The information from this video has been taken from public resources. It's for entertainment and educational purposes only. Please do your own research. Tartaria and the Mud Flood Part 2. Cabbage Patch Kids and the Orphan Trains, the repopulation program. After the mud flood reset, the great city stood empty. Grand buildings were half buried, power systems dormant, populations disseminated. The controllers faced a problem. How do you repopulate a civilization without revealing the old one? You don't birth a new society. You import it. You manufacture it. And enter the orphan trains. From the 1850s through the 1920s, an estimated 200 to 250,000 children were loaded onto trains in eastern cities, primarily New York, and shipped westward to rural America. Officially, it was charity, saving street Arabs, quote unquote, from poverty, placing them with farm families. But dig deeper. Why this exact window? Why exactly was there an explosion in orphans right after the supposed mud flood era? Census records show anomalies, sudden spikes in child populations without matching birth records. Many of these children weren't true orphans in the traditional sense. They were rounded up, identities were stripped, and memories were questioned. Were they the surviving youth of Tartaria, separated from any adults who remembered the old world? Adults who resisted were often institutionalized in the new asylums that popped up everywhere. The children? Well, they were reprogrammed on the rails. Parallel to this ran the strange cultural propaganda of the Cabbage Patch Kids. Long before the 1980s dolls, Victorian postcards and illustrations depicted babies sprouting from cabbage patches, harvested like vegetables, or arriving via trains and boats. The official story? Well, whimsical folklore. But in the conspiracy lens, it was predictive programming and self-disclosure. Babies grown in patches, lab-grown or incubator children, early cloning experiments, or simply a metaphor for mass-produced rootless offspring distributed to fill the void left by the cataclysm. Cabbage Patch Kids as toys exploded in popularity in the 20th century, complete with adoption papers and birth certificates for each doll. Every child playing with one was subconsciously normalized to the idea of manufactured, adoptable humans with no deep ancestral ties. Baby farms, incubators, and foundling homes multiplied in the same period. The message? Children are commodities, harvested, shipped, reassigned. A new generation with no memory of Tartarian grandeur, no claim to the free energy tech or star-shaped power centers buried beneath their feet. Think about it. Orphan trains redistributing surplus children to the Midwest and beyond. Cabbage Patch imagery normalizing the unnatural birth and relocation. This wasn't a coincidence. It was the Great Repopulation, a silent operation to seed a blank state humanity into the shell of a fallen empire. The same era saw the rise of mandatory schooling to indoctrinate, adoption normalization, and erasure of extended family structures. The trains stopped, the dolls were mass-marketed, but the program never truly ended. Look at the modern foster systems, surrogate industries, and declining birth rates, paired with mass migration. The reset continues. The children are still being moved. The past is still being buried. What will you uncover next, Seeker? The buildings, remember? The maps whisper? And the cabbages? Well, they hide secrets too. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Strange Stories. If you enjoy my content, please like, share, and follow for more.